Hi everybody, I'm Grace Grella and I'm your intuitive host, and as always we're here because it's about getting you into the positive zone. So if you have questions about your love life, your finances, family, friends, whatever it is you need that info on, so you stop worrying and know that the good times are ahead of you, just give me a call or email me. You can email me at gracegrella@gmail.com with your question, and I promise I'll get to all of those questions my next show. This show is a very special one and near and dear to my heart because a very special lady is my guest tonight, Shirley Ann Bruno. Yay, Shirley! Okay, I can't say it enough. You, as the Executive Director of Public Access Television for 31 years, God bless you. What a labor of love. Truly, and you put your heart and your soul into it. So many people have blossomed under your tutelage and gone on for fabulous careers, and all because of you. And Brian Kilmeade, to name drop here, that's just one of them.
It's been my passion, definitely.
And I can't even articulate it. The energies that the angels are bringing to you, now it's harvest time for you. You know, it's you've been a good girl. You did your homework. You stayed home. You took care of your community, and now the world is your oyster.
Well, that's very nice.
Yeah, life as it should be and will be.
I'll tell you, Grace, it's very interesting. I'm sitting here, and I'm listening to you, and I'm used to being the other side, talking and asking people questions. It's a bit of an odd feeling.
Yeah.
I know I'm in good hands.
Yeah, always.
And it's interesting because I'm listening and yet I'm a viewer.
Right.
So it's got both going on.
Yeah.
I'm being interviewed and I'm a viewer. So it's
the best of both worlds.
It is. It definitely is.
Sure.
Usually in the control room.
Yeah.
But this is okay on set.
Well, that's all right. You're in control on set right now, honey. So it's all good in this hood. But what's fabulous for you is that you have the experience and the talent and the ability to experience both sides of the venue. All right, because you've done it all, honey. You've taught everybody the meat and potatoes and what needs to happen, and tried to nurture and bring people their voice so that they can express it to the rest of the community. And you've garnered so many awards, well deserved.
Well, public access here, We have quite a few with overall excellence. It's a great team effort, and I want to take the time to say that the staff that we've had here through the years, including you, Grace, you do our outreach and our special events, it's a family. And we all have each other's backs, and I don't even have to ask. Everybody gives it 150%.
Truly.
And it's hard to kind of retire from that kind of warm family, but I'm not worried. I know everybody's going to be fine. With Erica as the executive director, I think we have a perfect staff in place, and that's why I could make that decision. That it was time for me.
You created a turnkey operation, and when you've done that, and you're leaving it in the capable hands of people that you've trained, and I can put my head on my pillow and sleep well at night kind of feeling, and that it's the open door. You're not really leaving us.
Oh, no.
So so it's just a little bit of a transition and a shift and a change in how you want to create the rest of your career. Because it certainly is an ending, that's for sure. And to reiterate what the angels came through with earlier for you, Shirley, is that this is just a springboard. This was just, all right, because you went to parochial school like I did, and you have to do your homework before you can go out and play.
That's right.
Right? Otherwise, the ruler came out on the knuckles.
That's right.
So you've 31 years worth of homework, all right, and assisting others and doing for others and making sure the community had their voice being heard. And what a brilliant job you've done of it, and with class. and such a classy lady, and brought, and I tell everybody this, you know, everyone who had maybe a little bit of a negative viewpoint on public television, public access television.
Yes.
You've totally eradicated that and said, no, let's take it to the next level.
Yeah. That was
and
a very
you've got an
important to
Emmy
me.
nomination for your, come on, honey, and more to come. So it's all about who is at the helm, who's running things, and you ran a tight ship.
And the team that's here.
Yeah.
And everybody here.
Aye.
It's true.
Yeah.
We care about the community. You can walk in here, you have a cup of coffee, you want a soda. We sit, we talk, and we try to encourage people to have their voice heard on public access. I enjoyed every single minute of it. There's never, there are a couple of moments that you get frustrated and the funding's not there. So I'm going to make my appeal for people to support this. Yeah. I can't give away stuff like PBS and Channel 13, but to get involved and support public access, it's terrific. I mean, there are no commercials, and you get to have a good view of what your community is doing.
Oh, totally.
And you can express yourself, which is terrific today.
Yeah, and you know, with so many people expressing their dismay that there's nothing to watch on cable because they have, you know, 2 providers to choose from, and now they're all going to Netflix and unplugging and all sorts of things. Right. It's that you brought public access to the streaming ability and capability, so that you're heading it off at the pass, as they say, knowing that this option will still make this a viable entity. And that was brilliant foresight. So it's recognizing that, you know, you have to grow with the technologies, you have to grow with the times. And
although it's difficult.
Yeah, but you know,
you have to keep up with it.
A lot of beautiful things are born out of frustration and time and pressure. Look at the diamond. Right? How many years of stress and pressure it takes before all those beautiful facets can shine and bring forth its beauty and its brilliance. So a lot of things are like that, and I think your baby, because this was your baby that you nurtured for 31 years, you're untethering now and say, okay, time to fly. You got to get out of the nest now, and you'll see it blossom, and really, I think you're going to be very proud of what will be transpiring in the future.
Oh, and I can't wait. I really can't wait to see the projects that are created now and the energies that are here. And you know, Erica's very, very tech savvy, and you know, maybe and a different age group might be coming in, though our teens are brilliant, and Mike does a brilliant job with them, Mike Peters. So we have this whole new group coming.
You could be creating your own program, Shirley. You could, you know.
I might.
You just might have your own show here, doll.
I might.
So it's all about that. It's all about, okay, well, now I can express my voice, and that's what the Angels are so happy about for you with this retirement transition. Is that now it's about your voice. Now it's Shirley's turn. Now it's all right. Let me spread my wings and fly, and go to Italy and go to these places and enjoy ourselves, and the healings that are going to be happening, and in your family, it's going to be phenomenal. There's also going to be another remarriage for your daughter in another 3 years. Okay,
oh, no.
So it's and that's about the right timing.
That'll be a good thing.
Yeah, and something that will be celebrated and rejoiced that, you know, love really does heal all wounds. Okay, time, love, and tenderness. Michael Bolton. All right. So it's about recognizing that and not getting so bogged down and drawn into the drama of what's transitory anyway. This too shall pass. Okay?
Oh, okay.
And so, yeah, there was everybody goes through their rough patches, and it's not easy at times, but isn't that the plot twist of life? Isn't that the way it is? I don't know anybody, and if they say that they are wine and roses and la-di-da happy every day, you know they're lying through their teeth.
Right.
So, you know, this is the stuff that character is made of. It's, all right, this is my journey, I'm going to make it through. I might get knocked down, but I'm getting up again, and better than before. Or as Kelly Clarkson would say, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right?
I love that song.
Yeah, so there you go. A Taurus that she is. She understands. So it's all about you recognizing that there is that light for you, okay? And not only that is there for you, but that you shine, right? That you might have felt was put on a dimmer switch because of dealing with everybody else's issues and troubles, and, you know, you felt drained, right? Mm-hmm. That happens a lot to Pisces. Okay,
yeah.
But it's never extinguished. You're like the eternal flame. You're like the Olympic torch.
Okay.
You know, it just never goes out. Okay.
Okay.
So the good news is now it's time to nourish and revitalize and take care of Shirley, and realize that the best is yet to come, and that's the truth of it. That your loved ones are going to see their dreams realized.
Oh, I hope so.
That there's going to be healing where maybe you've, I don't want to say lost faith totally, but maybe given up hope for it, as my Irish grandmother would say. She's given up hope for it, she says. But that's when, candid camera, when you least expect it, you're elected, it's your lucky day. Okay, so smile, exactly, and a beautiful smile. So that's what they're wanting you to key into. They said, you know, shake it off, as Taylor Swift sings in her latest song. Shake it off, shake off all that negativity and all the troubles, and you know, direct your feet to the sunny side of the street, because that's where you're going.
Okay.
And they said enjoy it, and don't look at it. Look at what you're going to be gaining. You're not losing anything, honey. You can't lose. Everybody loves you. This place will always be here for you. You're not losing it.
No.
Okay, ever. So this should be a transition of joy, of happiness, of freedom. You know, it's like, wow, now I can do whatever I want. All right? And isn't that freedom? And that's the truth of it. So you being able to explore that, you and your husband kind of going through this renaissance of, wow, we're reinventing ourselves. Madonna isn't the only one who can reinvent herself. Thank you very much. You're going to do it. And really get out there. I mean, you with, as I see you in Manhattan. I see you with film crews. And I see you talking to Martin Scorsese. So
wow.
there's you're going to be somewhere, either at a premiere or a party, or you're going to be meeting Marty Scorsese.
A restaurant?
It could be a restaurant. You know, now that's Italian.
Right.
But this is something that, and maybe it's even through your friend Dan Loria.
Oh,
but
okay.
Just leave, you know, always leave it open, because I try to explain to people, when you try to be logical about information that comes through intuitively, mm-hmm. It'll always make you crazy, because sometimes it's just not logical.
Well, you've taught me to listen to my sixth sense so many times, you know, to go with it, to listen to it, and you've been right on the money, mm-hmm. you know, and I think everybody has to listen to that inner voice.
Yeah.
And not say no, 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 because you have to go with how you feel and what works.
Yeah.
Only once when I was on a plane, I wasn't listening, and I had to call you.
I know, I got the frantic call. It was so adorable. I get the call, ring, 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 ring. Hello? Grace, it's Shirley. Shirley, are you supposed to be on a plane? I am on the plane. Am I going to be safe? And of course she is, and she's here, and on a wing of the prayer, you know. But, you know, that's what being human is all about. When our fears sometimes overwhelm our inner intuitive voice, and we need somebody to give us clarity.
Well, that plane was sitting on the tarmac. It had a big problem,
yeah.
and it never took off. So you know, one would wonder. And anyway, but that was just a funny time.
But the angels always protect you.
Yeah.
How about that story? I love the story that you tell when you went into the city for a specific test, and the electricity went out, and
the
there were delays and this and that, and the doctor looked at you and said, "Oh, you just go home. This is not meant for you.
It's not meant to be." Yes.
And you're allergic to shellfish. You're allergic to shrimp.
And it was an iodine X-ray.
And it was an iodine X-ray. So you know that saved your life.
Yeah. Oh no, I believe it. And for him to look at me, and they forgot about me in the waiting room. We finally got it. Nothing worked. And he looked and he said, "Go home.
Yeah.
This isn't meant to be." And I said, "Well, okay." I'm going.
Vegas wouldn't put odds on all of those things happening.
Oh, yeah. So he was listening to his inner voice also.
Yeah,
and
I've noticed that. I've noticed a lot of people in medicine, a lot of people in law enforcement really key into that inner awareness because it's a heightened sense of sensitivity because of you're always on edge. You know, is there an emergency, a code, code red or whatever code it is in the hospital? Yeah. And police, they never know what's around the corner, so their senses are always acute and aware. Mm-hmm. So it's, and everybody's got this ability, and especially water signs. So Pisces, Cancer, Scorpios, wow, it's just second nature.
Interesting.
To you.
Interesting.
Okay, because you're based in your emotions and in your heart as water signs. Mm-hmm. So it's those feelings, that's how you get your information. That's how you know, in air quotes, where air signs like Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius, it's all the thought that just pops into their head. Gee, I think this, I think that. And that's where they're comfortable. You're comfortable, how do I feel about it? Mm-hmm. They're comfortable, what do I think about this?
Interesting.
Yeah.
You know, Grace, I just want to ask you a question. I mean, we've had this discussion before, but how do you feel when people knock intuitives? Say they're charlatans. We hear it all the time.
Yeah. Well,
how do you address that?
I really, I don't mind. It's like in the backward hand flip. Bring it. You know, I've been through it all. I think that is it pleasant? No, nobody wants to hear negativity thrown at you or your character to be assaulted or demeaned or diminished. But my mother always said to me, Grace, for those who have faith, no explanation is necessary. For those who don't, there is no explanation.
Interesting.
And a very famous prophet once was quoted in the Bible as saying, a prophet is never recognized in their own home or their own hometown. And that's just the way it is. That's human nature. And that's okay. But everybody has to admit, everybody being human has that truth. I want to call it the truth factor. If somebody's telling you the truth, you just know it, you sense it in your heart, or you get the chills, or there's a sense of knowing that is exchanged. When you're talking with somebody and they're the real deal and they're reaching into your heart and they're helping you, you feel it, you sense it, it's visceral. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. When somebody is, and usually those people, the naysayers and the amazing Randys.
But there are people out there who do try to trick people.
Oh yeah, there's good in everybody. Not everybody's good. Right. And all genres of life. Politicians, religious people. I mean, come on, please. Nobody's exempt. Yeah. So it's where is your energy? Are you coming from a pure heart productions over here.
I was thinking about that a lot lately.
Yeah, pure heart. Or are you not? That's everybody's got that free will choice. And most people I find that are negative and skeptical, and they're just really bitter. They've been hurt, or somebody's betrayed them, or they've been let down, or beaten down so much that it's difficult for them to have faith or believe in anybody. Or sometimes even themselves.
Yeah. Well, some people are just afraid of what they might hear.
That, some people are afraid.
Your good news.
Yeah, even, you know, hey, trust me, it took me a while to get acclimated to this. I was like the cowardly lion from The Wizard of Oz. I do believe in spooks, I do. So it's disconcerting, you know, that all of a sudden you hear a voice and there's nobody else in the room with you. Yeah. And you say, well, am I losing it? Do I need medication? And blah, 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 blah. And when you finally, for me, it was a spiritual surrender. And, you know, and I get ridiculed for that too, you know, light my candles and sending up my prayers. But energy, scientifically, energy can never be destroyed. It can be transmuted and changed, but never destroyed. And we, our essence, our soul, we're energy. This is just a container. So, you know, I think they're just one and the same, and people just have different labels. That's all. That's all. So I used to be concerned about it, honestly, Shirley. Thanks for asking. I think that's one of my hindrances of having my book out, right?
This is a chapter.
Yeah.
Exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah. It's
Put this down.
How many lifetimes have I been burnt at the stake? Thank you very much.
No, but this is a chapter explaining all of this and the viewpoint of it.
Sure.
I'll get you. You'll write that book.
Absolutely.
You know me.
Absolutely. You'll pull it right out of me, Shirley. That's why you're a great director. Yeah. And I really know that for you, as a Pisces, your own acceptance of your own gift, because you're so gifted yourself. You know, it's like you just know. So you can't explain how you know. You just know, right? And so it's trusting it and going with it. And as I explained to everybody, I'm not saying be totally airy-fairy and right-brained. You know, if I tell you, gee, I think you need to see the doctor, and this is this, and this, and you go to the doctor, and the doctor says, well, guess what? You have this, and this. Well, hello, maybe somebody's trying to tell you something, you know? And hopefully we can tell Jill something, but I think she wants to tell you she loves you. Hello, Jill.
Hi, girls.
Hey, girlfriend, you called to tell Shirley how much you love her. I know it.
Yes, I most certainly did. Shirley, you look absolutely radiant on television. It must be weird for you to be on the other side, though.
It is. I said that.
You're the one selecting. You look really, 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 really fabulous, very confident. It's just you're easing into it just so gracefully. It's really, you look really beautiful. I just wanted to compliment you on that. And to also just simply say, thank you, thank you, thank you. And to let the whole world know that you have been my mentor. And everywhere that I go, I'm always talking about, well, you know Shirley Bruno at Public Access Television, and you know Grace Grella, and you know this one, and you know that. So I just want to say thank you for being a mentor to me and for giving me the opportunity to really pull out a talent in me that I didn't know that I ever had. So I want to say thank you to that, and I hope that the gifts that you have blessed me with, that I'll be able to take that talent and that creativity and put that somewhere in a more productive arena, if you will.
You will.
I wanted to call and specifically say thank you and how much I love you very much for being just such a genuine, genuine woman, really, honestly.
Well, thank you, and you will put all that special stuff that you have. I've always said it. You are one of the best writers that I've seen in a long time, and you express yourself so well. And you better get back into this studio and start interviewing.
I really need to. And have all these ideas. I really, really need to.
Well, come on.
I can't stop thanking you for what you've done for me, and I'm beyond grateful, and it's been a blessing to me, really.
Well, we'll always be in touch, but I hope to see you here in front of the camera.
At first I wasn't going to call, but then I was like, no, she looks too beautiful sitting there. I'm like, I must call and say something to her.
I wish you well, and good luck, Jill.
Yes, and same to you. You're always in my thoughts and prayers, and may God bless you on your endeavors and on your journey, every step of the way.
Thank you. Mwah.
Thanks for calling.
Love you.
Bye, ladies.
Bye-bye, Jill. Thanks for calling in, honey. See, I knew she just wanted to gush about how much she loves you. Yeah, it's true. Even your cup says so. Pisces, compassionate, generous, kind, dreamer, poetic, and sensitive. I think we covered all those. Yeah. Just hearing the conversation from Jill. And Jill is just one of the multitudes, the thousands of them, as the Irish would say, thousands of people who have benefited by your mentorship, by your caring, by your giving, by your sensing maybe what they didn't have the clarity to when it came to their own talents or gifts, as you've done with Jill, and mentor her and assist her in her writing and moving forward. Mm-hmm. So I'm
usually pretty good at spotting when I see the teens and those who have it. They might not start off in the direction they say, but they eventually end up in the right place.
Yeah, it's the it factor. Yeah, mm-hmm. And you have that sensitivity and barometer to that, and are able to guide it and nurture it and direct it. And that's
I try.
That's a gift in and of itself. That's God-given.
I try.
You know, Shirley. Mm-hmm. I mean, you were born with that, honey. And I really believe that's from your dad. You know, your dad was the nurturer. He was the one. Let me teach the softball or baseball or coach right. Yeah, he was the teacher too. Mm-hmm. So, and the one who wanted to nurture and assist and help. So, I really feel that you have your dad's heart, that kindness. You know, you got your mom's dancing feet, but you got your dad. You got your dad's kind heart.
My dad was a good dancer too.
Yeah, but and I also want to say that. Now, speaking of your mother, Minnie, we love Minnie, cute little Gemini that she is. Did she have her ears checked recently? Did you get those hearing aids right?
Yes, she got a new hearing aid and one repaired, but I just said today she needs to go in and have an adjustment.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Because it's so funny. Sounds redundant. I'm hearing that she needs to have her hearing, and once you have that done, it'll be great.
Yeah, needs to be readjusted again.
Yeah, because it's got to be tough feeling isolated when you're not part of a conversation because you can't hear somebody. So, and you're in the communications field. That's your, your star.
No, she's. It didn't work the first time, and I think I see a problem now. But hopefully, it'll be better.
Awesome. And I have to say, I have to thank you for so many things, but also for your intuitive awareness about people in the medical profession. You have this ability, as your daughters have it too, to be able to know who's good, who's not so good, and who you got to run from. I think that is just like fabulous. But everybody that you've, like Dr. Giacono, I mean, what a brilliant soul. And
he's doing wonderful surgery right now with cleft palate kids in Colombia, South America.
Yeah.
And you look at his Facebook page and you see the miracles that
he creates.
Oh, that he
so
creates.
it's people like that, and it's like attract like, attracts like, and that you gave him I know you had a show with him and his son. Didn't his son have a foundation as well?
Yeah, well, he goes with him.
I think you're going to do a lot of that work in the future when you hit Lifestyles, the Rich and Famous, and we have to get your autograph. And remember that, everybody who's watching out there. I know the show is over, but not really until we see you again. Stay in the positive zone. Lots of love. And Shirley, the best is yet to come for you. And thank you so much. Lots of love.
Thank you. Mwah.
I love you with the roses.
I'll come back. I'll come back.
Okay, we'll have you on. We'll have like Shirley updates. Definitely. So Shirley, what happened that I told you that came true now? I loved it when you thought I was crazy about your jewelry, and then change of season.
Oh,
remember that?
That was crazy because I hid it where I hid the change of season shoes, and I never would have thought about that.
Yeah, and then
and there it was. And you said behind the sink, and that wall was right behind the sink.
It was wild,
so
right? But great times, and Bavanda, when we first were doing the show. And
we had great times.
We had great times down in Bavanda.
North end of town.
Now
we're all a little older, we go to bed earlier.
Yeah, exactly.
But we used to work, those nights were really